lot
remember,
of...
we are different beings.
Yeah.
We react differently, we reason differently, we socialize differently.
You feel differently.
Yeah, so
you guys have some feelings which men don't have, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And when it comes to socialization, we women talk much.
Yeah.
We talk a lot. We talk about our feelings more. We talk about the day. We talk everything. We talk.
Which most of the time seems as nagging to our ears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a man now, everything is put inside.
Yeah.
They don't talk much.
We only want to communicate that which is necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine us being confined in the same place, and I'm talking and talking and talking and talking and talking.
It's kind of intimidating, right?
Yeah, and you have to listen. And now this brings, if you don't listen, if I'm talking and you're not responding, now I feel like
agitated.
And this now escalates and brings out issues.
Mary, people are sick.
True.
The world is sick.
True.
Those things which are unnatural, those things which don't seem to make sense, those are the same things that are being encouraged and being funded, such that those which are natural and normal seems to be the most abnormal.
You're living this, and that person who is normal and seeing things the right way seems to be abnormal.
The most sick,
It seems to be sick.
Do you think we are going to win? Do you think we are going to win?
Are we in, is it a matter of winning or losing, or is it a matter of setting things right?
Look at, now let's talk a little bit about this issue that people are so much afraid of talking about.
Yeah.
The LGBTQ.
Okay.
Is LGBTQ a disease, or is it something that somebody is just born with?
I would like to speak my mind today.
A lot of abnormality came up, and then we are having some people who are applauding the same. Are they also sick? Or we who tend to think these guys are sick are the most sick?
That is where the confusion is coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome all to Jenga Kenya TV. Now, Jenga means to build or to construct, and Kenya is our beloved country. Today, so privileged to have one beautiful lady here. Kwa majina unaitwa nani dadangu?
My name is Mary Gikunga.
Mary Gikua.
Gikunga.
You know, mahali mimi natoka. Welcome so much to Jenga Kenya TV. It's a pleasure having you here. Na tunaomba kwamba every other time, whenever you find opportunity, please welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, today we are here, and first and foremost, probably out there, people want to know who Mary is. Who is Mary?
Mary is, let me say, a mother of one.
Mother of one, yes.
First of
all, good start, yes.
Yeah, and I'm a woman who works with the people, for the people.
A woman who works for the people, with the people, for the people. Yeah. Why is it necessary that you have to describe yourself as a woman?
Yeah, I
is it because of the confusion that is under the sun today? Because there are so many people who don't even know their gender, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Karibu sana. What do you work for, Mary?
Is to advocate for workers at their workplaces? My work is to work. I work for the people. That is, I advocate for workers at their workplaces. Specific, the hoteliers.
At one time, I found you in one forum. You were so passionate talking about mental health state. Looking at the world today, nothing seems to be real.
True.
Nothing seems to be true.
There's a lot of confusion.
What is the problem?
I think you're asking, when did the rain start beating?
Yeah, why this, the big confusion that we are experiencing right now in this era and age?
I think that it was there. It's just, it escalated. It escalated with, let me say, with COVID-19.
The confusion that we are currently experiencing in this generation, we have been able to live through generations. Like myself, I count myself so much privileged to have gone through various generations. I was in the analog generation. We came to the digital era. We came to the millennial, the 2000 coming forth. And then now we have the Generation Z.
Yeah, the Generation Z is where we are.
Yeah, we are now the Generation Z, and then we are experiencing a lot of confusion.
True.
What's the problem?
I'll say with the trend.
The trend, yes.
The trend, yeah?
Yes.
Whereby everything is changing.
We are at a transitional age.
A transitional age.
To where now?
No,
because
that is not where the question comes in.
Mm.
But I'll say the transition, the trend of the world, where we are heading. We call it now. Right now, it's a more digitalized era compared to the initial.
The analog, where people used to do things using the hands. You could identify things by merely touching, seeing.
Yeah. Right now, we're using a different way, even when it comes to socializing. Yeah, you get it's becoming even easier without being one-on-one with someone, but you're communicating. And I'll say there's a lot of things that have changed with the world.
Someone said that the digital era is an era of mind control, whereby you are not independent as per se. You have to rely almost on everything that you need to do. You have to rely on the digital.
That's true.
Yeah, even defining your own self, you still have to go and search for Mary. What is the definition for Mary?
Yeah, it's true. It's not like initially, before. I'll say this thing escalated more during COVID, because that is the period when everything changed.
Yes.
The family setup.
Family setup changed.
The social setup. The workplace setup. Everything changed.
Yeah, sure.
And everyone had to learn to live with this now new transition, where now with the pandemic, things have changed. The way we work, the way we socialize, the way we parent, and everything.
Has it changed for the worse or for good?
I'll say it depends. With what you're saying, there's a lot of confusion right now. We haven't found a balance yet. We still torn in between. We haven't found a bearing where we can, I can say, where we are comfortable. So there's a lot of confusion on even in defining a lot of things.
Yes.
And with this confusion, it is bringing stress.
So much stress, right?
Yeah.
Let us go back to the inception of the COVID. When the COVID-19 was first announced, especially here in Kenya, many there escalated a lot of domestic violence at homes. Why do you think was the case?
everyone had to learn to live with one another under a confined room, especially, let me say, a family setup. We are used to the man going out and working and coming.
Bringing home,
bringing home and coming in the evening. So, and a woman is in the house doing the chores and all the taking care of things. And now here is COVID, where you have to, as a man, you have to be in the house.
All of you confined at the
same place. So there was this lot of, I won't say intimidation. Okay, allow me just to say it was kind of intimidation because a woman feels that the space
has been
invaded.
Invaded, okay.
Invaded.
Yes.
So there's no room
for her to do her own things.
Without supervision of a man.
Could that have been the cause of the rise in domestic violence that we got to experience?
Exactly. Yeah. One of the causes. Because when a man is pushed too much, some came with insult, intimidation, and all that. He had to act out. Remember, a man is the head and a protector and a provider of a house.
And at this moment, he has no way out.
He has no power. The power is taken. So he has to redeem himself. What can he do to redeem himself? So you find out that men were now opting for violence.
Just to push back the intimidation from the spouses.
Just to push back and have this proclaim that I'm the man of the house, I'm the say, I have the power in the house. So don't undermine me just because you're in the same house and maybe I'm not going out there and bringing something.
So this one also, I think it tended to bring out another picture of we have always thought that human beings are social beings, right?
Exactly.
Why is it the case that when you are supposed to be bonding the most, that is when you get to separate?
I'll say...
Or the bonding should have some limits?
As Africans, we are used to, maybe at that young age, since Stone Age, where a man is a hunter and a gatherer. So a man was always out there, hunting and gathering and bringing back to the
catch,
the catch home. So there's no particular time, as much as the bonding is supposed to be, they've been in the same place, confined.
Then men love associating with fellow men, right?
Exactly.
Women have their women talk, but now we have a man with a woman in the same cage, right? So it brings a lot of...
Remember, we are different beings.
Yeah.
We react differently, we reason differently, we socialize differently.
You feel differently.
Yeah, so
you guys have some feelings which men don't have, right?
Exactly. And when it comes to socialization, we women talk much. We talk a lot. We talk about our feelings more. We talk about the day. We talk everything. We talk.
Which most of the time seems as nagging to our ears.
Exactly. And a man now, everything is put inside. They don't talk much.
We only want to communicate that which is necessary.
Exactly. So imagine us being confined in the same place, and I'm talking and talking and talking and talking and talking.
It's kind of intimidating, right?
And you have to listen. And now this brings, if you don't listen, if I'm talking and you're not responding, now I feel like
agitated.
And this now escalates and brings out issues.
Mary, people are sick.
True.
The world is sick.
True.
What are we expecting of the coming generation? Or is it this the alphabetical, according to the alphabetical order, Generation Z comes the last? Are we living at the edge of the world and then everything crashes?
Whatever I'll say, it's time for everyone now to speak up and speak out. Let our voice be heard.
You know, the reason why I'm saying so is because those things which are unnatural, those things which don't seem to make sense, those are the same things that are being encouraged and being funded, such that those which are natural and normal seems to be the most abnormal.
You living this, and that person who is normal and seeing things the right way seems to be abnormal.
The more sick,
It seems to be sick.
Look at, now let's talk a little bit about this issue that people are so much afraid of talking about. The LGBTQ.
Okay.
Is LGBTQ a disease, or is it something that somebody is just born with?
I would like to speak my mind today and speak out without any other person out there feeling discriminated, because as much as any other opinion, my opinion matters.
Yeah, yours matters too.
So I feel as if it's a mental health.
It's
disease.
a mental, yes.
It's a disease. It's an illness.
How?
If you look at a lot of people who are associated with LGBTQ, there's a lot of factors
that led them there.
And when they are led there, most of them you'll get that they are depressed, they are stressed, they suffer anxiety. And what is that? That is a mental disorder. That is a mental health issue.
So how can you describe a mental disorder or a mental health problem?
A mental health problem. This is a range of conditions that affects mood, thinking, and also behavior. Yeah.
The question one asks, why is it that this problem has just skyrocketed between the years of 2019?
2019, when COVID started.
Yeah.
The first time COVID, I think the first cases of COVID.
So a lot of abnormality came up.
Yeah.
And then we are having some people who are applauding the same. Are they also sick? Or we who tend to think these guys are sick are the most sick?
That is where the confusion is coming in. That right now, who is right and who is wrong is becoming a big debate. Who is right and who is wrong? Because even those things that are really wrong, they are applauded, as you've said. They seem very right. And no one is speaking about them, because when we speak, it's about discrimination. We're discriminating certain people, we're discriminating certain group, in which I don't think, as much as everyone is entitled to their opinion, everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. I'll give this sickness where it is. That as we've described, mental health it's the behavior, the whatever that brings
a combination of so many factors that leads to this.
Yeah, because there's childhood traumas, there's neglect, there's even poverty and financial insecurities are bringing mental problems. Mental illness.
Yeah. I can be able to connect this with the current trend that the West is supporting, coming here and trying to make it look as if it's normal, while we are seeing it causing a lot of problem in the West, in their own countries. But now they are coming to preach to us that this mental health problem, get to normalize it, get to embrace it, get to multiply it.
And then how do we treat it? Because now, if everyone is sick, we become a sick nation.
Why do you think the West is pressing all this to the African countries?
I won't go there. Whatever, I was like thinking this is why the whole confusion is bringing mental problems, stress, depressions, and anxiety. Look even at the looks. Yeah? Right now, I'm not against people doing makeup and people enhancing their look. It's good, it's beautiful. But there's a lot of pressure, the peer pressure with the youth. And then it's becoming a lot of things that, even as a woman, it brings confusion. Today, unaniona, I'm a bit lighter.
Yes.
And then tomorrow,
I'm darker.
Because I enhanced my looks and I looked a bit.
So peer pressure. And how is peer pressure now also helping to encourage such mental disorders like the LGBTQ we are talking talking about?
We're saying as the youths are the majority in this country.
Yes.
And as the youth, the peer pressure is coming in where, remember this thing is...
And the most affected ones are the same youths.
Yeah, this thing starts from the level where in high schools, they're practicing. And there's
without even the knowledge of the parents.
Yes. Where the association, the LGBTQ,
yes.
now they go ahead and have a kid, yeah? True? A woman and a woman where there's a surrogate parent. And
the surrogacy, yeah. Yes.
And then the surrogate parent brings in, now we are parents to a kid. That kid is taught how to normalize this thing. So this thing goes deep as kindergarten.
Yeah.
It goes as deep as kindergarten because when me as example,
Mary and Erica.
Yeah, Mary and Erica, we have a kid. Yeah, this small kid, you know, you mentor a kid, you nurture a kid as they grow. So this kid, as a kindergarten kid, is learning the way of
the parents. Yes.
So this thing is as deep-rooted as a kindergarten kid, and in which it's sick. I'll say it's sad, and no one wants to talk about it because if I talk about it, it will offend someone else. But that someone else doesn't know it's offending me too. This is a very confused world.
So can we leave it as it is, and you fight your own fights? They also fight their own fights.
This is now the debate. This is where the debate comes in, because now everyone, it's becoming now a right where if I talk about this the way I'm talking about it,
I know,
I'm discriminating against.
I know there are people who will be watching this, and some may also even decide to cancel this because they tend to imagine we are against a certain group. Yeah.
We are not fighting, we're just having a straight talk. A talk that everyone is against. But deep in within, they know this is a conversation that should be had. And as much as we are talking about mental illness, it's a very broad and a bigger topic. And this is why we are saying, where we started by saying, there's a lot of things that are bringing mental health, mental issues. This is one of them.
And it's the biggest one.
And it's the biggest one. And you find out it's so messed up that nowadays I see she. You don't even know how to define yourself because there's a she. I don't know how it's going.
There has been a big debate for the last 3 months in the US, whereby a teacher is asked to define a woman. Who is a woman? I don't know if you have been able to follow this. Who is a woman? A whole teacher who has been teaching us the genders is not in a position to. A doctor is asked, define who a woman is. The whole doctor refuses to do the same. A whole preacher in the church is asked, who is a woman? He cannot be able to define that because he's very, very fearful that should he try to define in the right way in which a woman has to be defined, then you fear being cancelled. You fear your church being cancelled out. You fear your profession, losing your profession completely. Where are we headed to?
And I think this is a discrimination on both ways.
But why is
from from the other side and from this side? They feel they are discriminated, and from this other. I think we have to find balance. This is something we need to talk. This is something that is needed. It needs to be discussed.
Do you think we can never get to set anything right? You are here as we are here today.
Yeah.
You have left your daughter at home or your son at home.
Sure.
Under the guardianship and the care of a television or probably an Android phone. Everything that is being preached is all surrounding gayism. Our televisions
whatever we are
gayism.
consuming.
The consumption, parents are not taking their time even to look at the content. Now, the best time a child can be able to learn, it's during that tender age. Once he or she absorbs the information at that particular time, there's no way you can be able to change. And that's the reason I'm asking, are we winning or are we losing?
It will start by you and me.
Yes.
And as we say, mimi na wewe kwanza, then others will follow. Because I believe there are a lot of people who are not speaking their minds out.
But today we speak this mind out. Tomorrow our channel is cancelled.
and I'll be told that I'm not doing the right thing because I'm discriminating against certain people.
So,
but that is what I'm asking. If that is discrimination, what about us speaking our mind? Are we not discriminated too?